Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Scorpio May 11, 2022. You will most likely be hungrier for attention than usual. You will look at others who are getting a spot on center stage, and you may adjust your appearance or attitude in order to be more like them. Be careful of getting obsessed with attention from others. The key is to be yourself and happy about who you are, regardless of who is watching. A flower unseen blooms just as beautifully and smells just as sweet. You could have some grand dreams and visions today. You might have an insight about how to produce a better product at work. Or you could see into the heart of a personal problem. The solution that you come up with could be grand in scope, requiring some sweeping changes. Just be patient about applying these ideas. It could take a while to win others over and get them to support your plans. Home and family are apt to be your primary focus today. Work around the house might take up a lot of your time. You might want to spruce the place up a little and make it more beautiful. Gardening could also be especially rewarding right now. If you've been wanting to try some recipes from a new cookbook, this is the day to do it, because your creative impulses with regard to food are at an all-time high today. The idea of leaving the warm cocoon of your house to tend to obligations and responsibilities has you feeling gloomier than you would normally expect. You'd rather stay in, surrounded by your own books, pets, plants, and so on, yet you know you'll have to shift into gear. Your sense of responsibility is also especially high. Plan to accomplish the most pressing of your obligations, and save the rest for later. Give yourself a relaxing evening in as a reward for your efforts. To put it mildly, you are somewhat overwhelmed with what is expected of you. There are frequent misunderstandings, especially with relatives and friends. To avoid making the tense situation worse, refrain from acting in the heat of the moment. You need a great deal of time and patience for talking things over to clear matters up. You need to step up the brain work today. Your intellectual powers are peaking, and there's no problem too tough for you to solve. It might take some time, but it's worth it. You come under intense scrutiny and react badly to criticism you might receive from people you care about most. Emotional outbursts lead you to say things you later regret. It is probably best if you try and remove yourself from any tense situation to a quiet place where you're able to reflect on how you feel. You might want to be extra clear with your language and terminology today. You could find yourself in a situation where communication is especially delicate. It's important that you use vocabulary that is easily understood. You could be so caught up in the excitement of the situation that you are tempted to rush your speech. Don't let your ideas and arguments become lost in this manic energy. You're sure to feel strong, energetic, and ambitious on this day. Not only will this vibration give you the boost to get things done, it can serve you well by bolstering your assertiveness and confidence. If you have felt like your hard work is not being recognized or adequately compensated, you will likely be more ready to bring this up to the powers that be. If a raise or promotion is something you feel you deserve, don't hesitate to bring it out into the open. There is no harm in asking. You are feeling ambitious today, as is typical for you. But it is possible that your ambitions have changed, and now more accurately reflect the real you. Write down these new goals of yours. Looking at them in black and white will allow you to see them more objectively. Be sure that the new plans you've set for yourself are, in fact, attainable. Our eyes in the sky. The energy is a bit of an awkward sentiment. It can make us feel as though others are judging us without knowing the truth of the situation. There could be a need to assert dominance in this situation to ensure that people aren't making sweeping assumptions about others before they have all facts. The only way to avoid conflict is to own your power and stand strong in the fact that you can control the narrative about your life. Whatever people think doesn't matter and won't affect you if you assert your will and embrace your confidence. Any weird vibes may come from the notion that you feel out of place, but this is only one moment in time. Venus and Saturn share a minor astrological aspect as well, which is another indication that we may be feeling less than special today. Remember that you are a bright and shining star even if your spirits are low. State a few positive and uplifting affirmations while looking in the mirror this morning. Doing this can boost the way you feel about yourself and give you more stamina and assurance as you take on the world. Because many of us will still be asleep when the moon makes its ingress, our dreams may be especially vivid, providing us with mystical advice in the form of symbolic images or the comforting presence of otherworldly guides. By allowing our imagination to guide our choices, we can subliminally shift our behaviors, thereby enchanting our experiences. We might opt to retreat from the world's hurried pace now, letting mail sit in the inbox, canceling plans to prioritize creative impulses, and legitimizing rest as a necessary consideration for our emotional well-being. Around dawn, the moon aligns with Jupiter, enhancing idealism and inspiration. Although we may be more prone to seclusion than socializing under the Virgo moon, this transit favors gatherings, cultivating community through artistic interests, and meeting with others in spiritual solidarity. Our growth is contingent upon intentionality and mindfulness, and subsequently, we are attracted to optimists who view circumstances for their potential, rather than their limitations. Those who maintain a pessimistic outlook may be the most materially successful people on the planet, but their mindset denies them access to abundance and keeps them perpetually in poverty. Manifestation is not a matter of wish fulfillment, and what many believe to be good luck is actually a byproduct of staying present in a state of gratitude. This doesn't necessarily mean that you'll wake up and be in a committed relationship with a ton of cash in your bank account. Today's transit allows you to make connections that can lead to future relationships, strengthen existing partnerships, and help you to make or discuss plans around investing money. After Venus in Gemini makes a minor connection with Uranus in Taurus, the planet of love aligns with the North Node of Destiny in Gemini. This means that it's a great day for love, relationships, and money.